Because there's a spiritual drought. I said, Jesus the Lord. He said, don't you understand? He said, the people have rejected me by rejecting one another. If we don't understand that everything that we do affects the universe around us. You are held accountable for every act you do. And you need to come to a place where you hold yourself and say, if I don't abide in the word of the Lord, then the world will not abide in the word. So understand this. We indeed have an assignment. We have an assignment, people of God. We have an assignment. We have an assignment. Don't holler, Johnson. Yes, sir. We have an assignment to endure the wilderness. A place of process with integrity and with godly character, so that we can embrace the promise and the place of purpose. Numbers 13 and 32, it says this. It says literally, and they brought up an evil report of the land. An evil report. Hear me. The process here is that these people, Israel has gone and have come out of Egypt. And as they come out of Egypt, Egypt has not come out of them. And so they're going through the wilderness. And they're finding themselves dealing with the wilderness as where they were. And one of the biggest wilderness mentalities is if you cannot get no further than where you are because of where you've been. One of the biggest issues is you'll never, hear me when I say this, you'll never embrace promise if you do not control the process. If you do not go through the process with integrity, I promise you'll never embrace promise with integrity. And so God will cause you to go around in the wilderness because your mouth is getting you in trouble, all because your mind is in trouble. Watch this. Understand this. The assignment of the enemy and negativity is to negatively stress you out by what you see and feel, so that you can ultimately disregard what he has said. I'm going to hurry up on through this. Stress can be either, watch this. Stress can either be a protective and helpful thing or a damaging and dangerous thing. Consider this. I'm going to introduce you to something. Protective stress can cause you to be attentive to what is at hand, so much so that you approach it with carefulness and with respect. So if I know, watch this, if I know concerning my life that I've gone through major stress, then the next person that I go to, I'll go to them with more respect to what it is that I've gone through, and I will not allow them to feel my pressure. That's protective stress. But you got another one. You got another one. You have something called dangerous stress. And that is triggered by fear. And will cause you to lose control before you ever gain control. When you are led by this feeling of dangerous stress, you lose control, and fear will cause you to threaten your life and live by a false precept. And you'll be guided by doubts, guided by fears, and you'll never embrace what is smile. When your thoughts are negative, understand this, those emotions are conquering your mind. The intention is to overcome this, or in order for you to overcome this, you must continue to focus on what was promised. And the wisdom of God has to lead you into positive, rational thinking, rather than trusting your senses, which are telling you to forfeit your blessing because of what you see. I believe, people of God, we're dealing with so many people now who are looking at their circumstances and they're responding to the circumstances according to how they see it. Instead of declaring to their circumstances, changing their circumstances according to what they want to see. My agenda is not to speak that I'm broke. My agenda is to work until I feel the blessing. Watch this, and I'm almost done. Emotional perceptions are not reliable sources due to the fact that they can misinterpret the truth. And they'll cause you to mix truth with facts. It's a fact that my body is going through. But it's a truth that by his stripes,
I've been living on that.
I am healed. It's a truth that my emotions are going crazy right now. But it's a fact that my emotions are going crazy, but it's a truth that greater is he that's on the inside of me than he that's in the world. It's a truth that I'm more than a conqueror, even though the facts tell me that I'm being defeated by every circumstance. We're battling right now between truth and facts, and it's only because the enemy has blinded you so much and put you in such a reservoir that you don't believe nor see the difference between truth and facts because you've been living in so much hell. But I declare to you that the key to victory, if we will begin to establish the things that God said and establish the word of truth within the earth realm, then we can counterpunch the emotional lies with the rooted truth. The job has to be that we have to uproot lies by reestablishing a new truth. You can think and declare yourself healthy. Hear me when I say this. So is a man thinking, so is he. But out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So that means that my mouth and my heart coincide. And I can declare myself back into a place of prosperity and purpose. Do y'all get what I'm saying? God has given you the power not just to get wealth momentarily or monetarily, but to live in wealth, mind, body, and soul. You can think and declare yourself out of worry and anxiety. You can think and declare yourself out of bitterness and resentment. You can think and declare yourself into forgiveness. You can think and declare yourself into a place of control over your emotions and over the stress. You can think and declare yourself into a better place. I dare somebody to lift your hands right now and just say, I declare and decree that greater is heaven. I'm not going to do this. Man, that organ is really tickling my tongue. I'm telling you. I understand, people, that behavior starts with thoughts, and thoughts stimulate emotions, and that results in a bad attitude. And finally, our behavior is the result of our emotional dysfunction. Therefore, hear me when I say this. I ever said that wrong? Hear me when I say this. Toxic thoughts produce toxic emotions. Toxic emotions produce toxic attitudes. Toxic attitudes produce toxic behaviors. And ultimately, toxic behaviors intoxicate your life and produce an intoxicated world. But Isaiah 55:11 says, so shall my word be that goes forth out of my mouth. Watch this. And it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish, it shall fashion, it shall make, it shall cultivate, it shall create that which I please. And that which I please, it shall prosper. Who? In the thing that which I sent it. Hear me when I say this. I'm trying, man. You really do 22 and 28 says, thou shalt decree a